Good afternoon, YouTube. I hope everyone's doing well today. My name is Brandon Swain. I am the running realtor, and I've been getting quite a few questions here, and I want to some questions about the housing bubble. Everyone is concerned about when is the bubble going to burst. But first of all, wanted to reintroduce myself. If you haven't watched my channel before, my name is Brandon Swain. I am the running realtor. I would love to work with you, help answer some questions, potentially help you sell or purchase I do quite a bit of work in Parker and Tarrant counties of North Texas, work in Fort Worth, Aledo, Weatherford, Willow Park. I work all over the kind of west side of the metroplex. In the channel, please jump on there and subscribe to the channel. We've got tons of good videos about real estate. Start out here, I wanted to kind of address a few things with the bubble question. So how do we know that we are not in a bubble, in a housing market bubble? Well, let's just stop and pause for a second, and we're going to go back to your high school econ class. If you can remember your high school economics, just the very basics. 3 ways that we know that we're currently not in a bubble. Okay, so demand is up. We know that because it's a seller's market. Sellers are getting top dollar right now for their listings. Supply is down. Buyers are out there having to make quite a few offers, multiple offers. They're offering over asking price. They're doing a lot of different things that they normally wouldn't do in a balanced market. They're offering to pay for title policies, paying for surveys, doing just whatever they can to sweeten the deal to make it look the most appealing to the seller. And currently right now we've got solid financing. The interest rates are still pretty low, even though the Fed has got interest rate hikes coming. I think we're up to now 6 that have been announced over the course of the next year here. So these are some ways that we know that we're currently not in a bubble. Some of the things that have led to the current situation and the current housing market being where it is right now. I'm going to list a few things off here, and hopefully you can start to see a little bit as to why it is the way that it is right now. So the largest home purchasing demographic or generation is now entering the home buying market, and that's millennials. Millennials are now buying houses at rates that are exceeding what baby boomers were purchasing homes back when they were getting their first homes. We're seeing shifts in how we work and how we do our home life after the pandemic, and after we've seen quite a few shifts with people now working from home a whole lot more, companies being okay with folks working from home. And so now folks are viewing their home as something more than a home. It's an office, it's a house, it's a place to recreate. People are buying homes for different reasons. And so people are upgrading, they're building on, so material costs are going up, and just the way that we're viewing homes it's changing. So the demand for housing is on its way up. Yeah, well, it's already up. It's going to continue to climb for the time being. Let's see. And people aren't moving. People are staying put where they are. They're trying their best to to not make major moves right now, when there's so much uncertainty and unrest in the world with the current economic conditions, inflation. People are just staying put. And they're not moving. Mortgage loan standards are better than they have been in a very long time, along with people not moving, has led to a current current situation that we're in, and it's basically a situation where people aren't moving, demand is high, supply is low, and so one of the reasons why we say that there is not a bubble right now is because there is basically these are market forces at work. We have a market that is operating the way that a market should. Now, if you look back at what was, considered the bubble back in 2008 and 2009, the market, the housing crash of 08 and 09. So let's take a second here and let's actually define what a bubble is. So whenever you have a bubble, that is basically defined as non-natural, in a non-natural event occurring in a way that creates a situation in the market where things become inflated, and it's not being driven by the market. So right now what we have is a market situation. As we talked about, demand is up, supply is down, and the financing is very solid at the moment. So currently we are not in a bubble, okay? But back in 08 and 09, what we had, the situation that we had going there was the Department of Housing and Urban Development had lowered the credit standards. A lot more people are now eligible to get a loan and purchase a home. So they did. And people who had, frankly, no business owning the home were able to get into a home. So just a few short years later, what happens? We have foreclosures, people defaulting on their loans. And so as this bubble continues to inflate unnaturally because of man stepping in and making those changes, the bubble popped. And the curve, well, there was no curve. It was straight up growth and straight down. So there was actually a couple of days where we saw the market break over, and it broke over really fast. So in today's market, we are going to see something quite different. So it will have to come back down at a certain point, but it's going to take months and potentially years, and it's going to look more like a curve and not an up and down. So that's kind of the difference between the 08 and 09 crash and today's market. Now, I hope all that makes sense. We should have a better understanding of the market right now and why we're not in a defined bubble like we were back in 08 and 09. Today is the market right now is currently being driven by actual market forces, the way that a market should be. So that's good, but we're still in a situation where we need more housing. We need supply to go up. We need demand to come back down. And we'll start to see a little bit more of that as the interest rates continue to take their steps up. So we will see a little bit of a market correction. Will it be 6 months now? Will it be 9 months from now? Will it be a year? That's kind of still to be determined. But as we know, things are going to start changing here. The timing of that is kind of still up in the air. But anyhow, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys have a good understanding of all that now. My name is Brandon Swain. I am the running realtor. Let me go the distance for you.